It seems like every time you pick up your phone, every time you look at a news site, something big has changed. That news keeps coming at us so fast, it's so unpredictable. You don't know what you'll be doing tomorrow. It's hard to make plans about next month because we're just in a state of constant flux. It's good to know at times like this that God never changes. News keeps coming at us, and we're continuing to learn things, and oftentimes those things are scary. But God never learns. He knows the end from the beginning. And while our world feels like it's in chaos, it's not. It's under God's control. King Jesus is on his throne. He rules over all things. He rules over our lives and all the things that concern us right now. So we've been coming back to the scriptures together every day to get perspective, to get a sense of hope and confidence in God and what he's up to. And we've been visiting the same story in the Bible. It's the story we find in John chapter 6 about the disciples in a boat on the Sea of Galilee, and they're in the middle of a huge storm. They're scared to death for their life. But they're not here by accident. Jesus sent them out into this storm. He knows what they're going through. In fact, we saw the last time we were together that he walked out on the water to meet them. And I think he was saying that he is in control of the very things that are scaring them. Jesus is in control of the things that are leading you to be scared right now. But today I just want to focus on one important truth, and that is that Jesus got into the boat with them. He got into the boat. Think about that. The one who spoke and the world came into existence. The one who is in control of all things got into the boat in the middle of the storm with him. Where is God right now? He's with you. He's with you in the storm that you're going through. And that's how God always works in the Bible. He could keep us from storms, but he doesn't. He could stop the storm. He usually doesn't, does he? Instead, what he says is, I will come and I'll be with you in the storm. In Isaiah 43, he says this, when you pass through the waters, I will be with you. And then he says, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. The flames will not set you ablaze. For I am the Lord your God. Think about that the God who spoke the world into creation, the God who gave his life for you, is now with you in the middle of your storm. Think of Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and what they went through. Remember when the three of them were thrown into the fiery furnace? God could have kept them from the furnace, but he didn't. They were thrown into the furnace, and he went in with them. God could have kept Daniel out of the lion's den, but he didn't. Daniel was thrown into the lion's den, but God went in with him. God could have kept this storm from coming our way, but he didn't. Instead, he comes and he gets in the storm with us. In fact, catch this. Sometimes that's where God meets us, is in the middle of the storm. He gets in the boat with us. Hardly anyone ever says that they learned the most, they grew most in their faith when everything was going great. Have you ever said that? When my 401k was growing, when life was going exactly like I'd planned out, when I was in charge and felt good about myself, that's when I really grew. No. What do we say? Well, I turn to God in the storm. See, that's where Jesus meets us. So I just want you to think here. Instead of praying that the storm would be taken away, I mean, pray that. By all means, feel free to pray that. But could you also pray, God, as long as you have this storm here, I want to meet you here. I want to walk with you through it. Thank you, God, that you have not abandoned me in this storm, but you're right here with me. My confidence is in you. See you back here tomorrow.